A post-Brexit trade deal with the U.S. is now hanging on a knife edge with just days to go until the U.S. election, a political expert has warned, amid growing fears Boris Johnson may have missed his chance to strike a lucrative agreement with Donald Trump. Ben Harris-Quinney, chairman of the independent Bow Group think tank, has warned the UK's post-Brexit plans are now at the mercy of the outcome of the U.S. election between Mr. Trump and his rival Joe Biden on November 3. Mr. Harris-Quinney, who has worked on foreign policy in both the UK and European parliaments, has described Mr. Trump as the most pro-British president the US has ever had. The international politics expert insisted it is unforgivable the Westminster government has not sealed a U.S. trade deal during his time in the White House. The U.S. president, who is currently trailing in many national opinion polls, has been a constant champion of Brexit and has previously promised a very big trade deal, bigger than we've ever had with the UK. Speaking to Express, Mr. Harris-Quinney said, "The Conservative government of the past 4 years has failed to make any significant progress towards signing a trade deal with the U.S. Trump is probably the most pro-British president the U.S. has ever had. He wanted a trade deal done and wanted to support Britain throughout the Brexit process. It is unforgivable that our government failed to achieve this. As a result, we are now at the mercy of the U.S. election." Mr. Biden, who served as vice president under Barack Obama between 2008 to 2016, has previously voiced his opposition to Brexit and revealed if he was British he would have voted to remain in the 2016 EU referendum. Prior to the historic vote, the Obama administration warned the UK would at the back of the queue in future trade talks with the US if the British people voted to leave the EU. Mr. Trump defied the pollsters by defeating Hillary Clinton in 2016 and a repeat performance would give the Prime Minister a second chance to strike a trade deal, according to Mr. Harris-Quinney. He said, "It would be a reprieve for Britain and a second chance to do what we should have done in Trump's first term." Fear of offending liberal metropolitan sensibilities have persuaded the Conservatives to shy away from a president who has bent over backwards to support Britain, when the realpolitik of Britain in a post-Brexit world required them to do so. A favorable trade deal with the US is likely to be the difference between Brexit being a success or failure in the short term.